Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be giving away some lovely Fuecocos today. These aren't the only ones, I've actually got more in my box. I got them from the Go Community Day recently. Slowly going to be giving them out. I've got other shinies as well, we'll slowly give away. What Pokemon do we need? We need Porygon. I caught one off stream. I posted a clip of it. We're going to go get Porygon. We are going to go get Sewaddle. We have to grab... I don't think we actually need any ciphers, but I could check my Pokemon home between things that we do. But yeah, let's go head over to this Porygon and we'll go from there. How are you all doing? Have you got any shinies recently? Let me know if you've been playing Pokemon Go. Mega Ordino was announced literally like 5 minutes ago. We're going to get a Mega Ordino raid day on the 5th. That'll be fun. We've also got Gigantamax Snorlax, and if you guys maybe want to meet up to do that, I'll probably go to one of the big meetups that like an ambassador will do. Get up there, Miraidon. Nearest place would probably, like, I don't know, it just depends. But last time they were like Orpington basically was the big one in Kent. Most of the time people go to Orpington, so I don't know. Maybe that's where I'll end up going to. The entirety of the Kent region here to play some Pokemon Go. That'll be... I can't remember the exact date for Gmax Snorlax, but I got a perfect IV Blissey, so I don't know how much I actually need him. If you guys don't know, Blissey's just a better tank available right now in Go. Just straight up better. It has the same defense, it has more health. The difference is those Gmax Snorlax will have more attack with his Gmax move. So there you go. And also type coverage, because maybe you want them to be an attacker as well. But if you want to maximize that tank role, Blissey will always be better. How are you doing, Sam? Nice to see you, bro. You are straight in today. Coming back for another shiny hunting day, I see. Are there any fun action games coming out still? My hit list right now is so fucking small for games I want to play, and that's Ninja Gaiden 4. You might see me binge the shit out of that one. That's the only thing that truly has me excited. And by the way, if that game does release buggy, I will officially probably leave gaming forever because I will be depressed. Everything that comes out is just so mid. Already, I've looked at Monster Hunter Wilds. When I say looked at, I mean I heard through the grapevine because I didn't look at any of it. But I've heard, like, all I've heard is that there's like, oh, this monster's back in Wilds, and I'm like, ugh, I've heard too many already. I'm like so sad. Part of me wants like a completely fresh game, and I feel like Pokemon can be like that for some people too. Like, you don't want to be seeing old Pokemon, you want to see new ones and only new ones. And I think Pokemon should do a game like that at some point. One that is truly fresh, you know, like Gen 2, Gen 3. They were entirely fresh until post-game. You'd never encounter really anything previous gen. Like, you would here and there, but it was about like 50-50, right? With the spawns, I believe, on like the main routes. That Porygon is too high for me. Yeah, it was like a 50-50. It would be nice if it was less. And I know Wilds isn't like that, but man, it's for the price, dude. The price of that game is so mad. I remember when I was paying like £40 for Monster Hunter 4U. And then we had like Wilds come out and Generations, and now it's 80. Like, what happened? It's literally doubled in like 2 mainline releases. Wait, 4U. World. Oh yeah, I guess you could count Rise, but a lot of people would argue Rise is also a side game. It's like a portable version of World. Just like, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Prices of games nowadays make me depressed. And I hate that if you literally just wait a week, the price goes down by like 30% most of the time. I've got my fingers crossed that I'm full is better than I fear. I know, and I've heard the same, dude. That's a game I keep looking at. I'm like, it's promising. It looks so nice on the tin. But it's like, yeah. What other one came out recently? Atomic Heart, actually, by the Bioshock devs. Man, that was another game that came out. I played all the way through. I really didn't mind it, but it also wasn't, like, crazy. The opening was such a spectacle, but it was also, like, an hour long. And it's just like, damn, dude. This is a long intro. And then when you got to the open world sections, it was a little bit long. I 100%ed the game, and it was fun to do that. It was really fun. But do I ever want to go back to it like I did Bioshock multiple times? No, not really. You could say it's because, you know, I've just played these experiences enough that I don't want to. And it is true. You know, it's hard to please someone like me who has played like every genre of game so many times. Like, even the next Devil May Cry, and I love Devil May Cry. How can they improve Devil May Cry to be as crazy a leap as DMC4 to DMC5? Because Devil May Cry I liked as well. I did like that game. They changed it up with how the game actually played, so it was different. But then, yeah, like, what can that series do? Ninja Gaiden is a series that is coming back, and it's nice. I would just take more of that, to be honest. Same as, like, Devil May Cry. But is it going to keep me, like, replaying it 7 times? I don't know, man. I don't know. I love, like, Ninja Gaiden 2, but do I want to go through it in Master Mode? I don't know, maybe. Yeah. It's like, it's really weird. It's like, sometimes I enjoy the gameplay so much, but I'm so sick of the, like, actual game, like, variety. I've just played it so many times. Elden Ring. Perfect example. I actually still love the gameplay of Elden Ring. Everything about it is exactly what I want in a game. It's just like, how many times can I kill Horaloo before I'm fucking brain melted? Even for money. Even if I'm being paid to do it, I'm like, just like any real life thing, you just don't want to do it anymore, and you switch role, you switch job, you do something. Even if you love it, you know. So it's like, there's very few games on the market that are hitting me like that anymore. Ninja Gaiden, Elden Ring, even Pokemon isn't like... I love the shiny hunting, but the actual game, oh man, they gotta like change the actual damn game. I can only play the same product so many times. Come on, Porygon, be shiny for me. Do you think they'll ever release a new Porygon type? I'm only gonna get 3 Porygons. I swear to God, if they introduce a new type, I'll be sad. Sad that I didn't farm 4. But yeah, I'm actually going to be keeping this event on my Switch for a while. So I can do it in local multiplayer with Bambi. You can do that right without breaks. It's only in my head, I haven't Googled it. That would make sense. You could do that, yeah? Get in my Flamingo. Destroy these Porygons. But even, you know what, like another game I was so excited for that I didn't even end up touching. And I kind of regret looking up anything on it or watching anything on it. And that was Stalker 2. It came out. I heard it had performance issues. I've told myself I'm going to wait. Has it been patched? I don't know. But you know, like I've mentally dipped out that game before it's even started. Before I've even started it. Part of me wishes I could really enjoy Assassin's Creed. But that's another series I haven't played since Black Flag. And that's because every time I look at the newest game, I'm like, sorry, I've played Shadow of Mordor now. I can't play this. You must be joking. I've played Shadow of War. You expect me to play Assassin's Creed? The shit version of Shadow of War? And Shadow of Mordor? No. I like the systems that are in those games, like the Nemesis system, which is sadly trademarked. It's just like, yeah, or patented rather. It's pain. And if anyone, I'm sure there must be other gamers that have the exact same experience. They played Assassin's Creed until Shadow of Mordor came out. They played Shadow of Mordor, which is basically got the same combat as Assassin's Creed. And then you realise that you can't go back to the simple systems that are a realistically, like, faked version of that combat. For example, imagine trying to go back to a Souls game where there's just no magic after experiencing magic and, like, weapon arts. Weapon arts or Ashes of War. You just kind of can't. It's like you're missing ginormous building blocks. You're missing speed. You're missing variety. Like, you just can't do it. I can see them trying to do it with the 2 characters you can play. But yeah, I've never been hyped for that series. I even tried shifting it to a Souls-like formula, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, but it's not good Souls-like, is it? It's not like crazy good. It's not like a game I can respect. Oh, what's it called? Mannequin game. You know the one, Souls-like. I can appreciate the changes they did to the combat there. Lies of P. I can appreciate what they did there. I just don't care for it, like, to be honest. It's just kind of like a parry-heavy Souls-like game. Fantastic. It's more similar to Sekiro, while also having the Souls-like stuff. Sure. Assassin's Creed is like just numbers with basic baked animations with humanoid enemies. Like, some of my favourite things in Elden Ring and Dark Souls are not fighting the humans, but instead fighting the actual, like, weird, fantastical beasts that are lying around. Because you can't get that experience anywhere else, can you? You can't fight the Gaping Dragon in Assassin's Creed. So I think they got to figure something out there. I think it was the Egyptian one. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. It will come to me in 2 minutes. I think that one dabbled in fantastical beasts. And you know what else the devs made there? They went on to make the Zelda Breath of the Wild clone, Immortals Phoenix Rising, which I think is arguably better than it. Like, if I had to choose to go back to Immortals Phoenix Rising now, or Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, it'd be Immortals Phoenix Rising again, for like the 4th time. Because that game's got good gameplay, good combat. It's got a few like stealthy elements. It's got a bit of stealth in there. Like, it has some stuff, and then it also has a little bit of like magic going on. It's cute. A sequel would have been so good for that game. Too bad it got cancelled. I'm actually so butthurt about that stuff. So we've done this outbreak, and by the way, guys, I am doing the outbreaks. I'm not like stalling them with picnics or anything like that. I ain't doing that. But it would have been so good to see that continue. Next up is this Porygon. Gonna go do this one next. Odyssey had mythical creatures if you bowled the DLC. Yes. Yeah. I remember seeing, I think it was like Medusa and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. They haven't really done anything crazy. You know, like Far Cry did, I think it was Blood Dragon. Assassin's Creed needs to do a Blood Dragon, but with its own like systems or something. You've seen like the first person Shadowrunner series kind of take off in its own way. Trying to, like, you know, you can see it's trying to go for that assassin-y vibe. It'd be like, I don't know, man. This ride on is fast as fuck, dude. Holy, he was out for blood. Oh, give me the shiny. I'm hoping to maybe finish off hunting all the shinies today, so we can start actually doing my Pokédex to get the shiny charm to actually do regular mass outbreaks. So I can start shiny hunting other things. I like these though. These online events they do fantastic. Sam, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I might as well ask that. You play Pokemon Go? You know, the amount of times I ask people that in real life and they're like, God, you're cringe. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I guess what they say is true, that the like the Niantic fans are like the most rabid fans, and in a sense it makes sense, just because it, like, you don't get any other like games that augment the real world, do you? And I actually think it's sad. I like it when games have like real world locations to them. It makes them seem way more cool. Like, you can literally go to Paris in a couple of months and go and do this like massive event there in person, where you're getting rewards on your phone, but there's also stuff happening in real life, and they basically like edit the actual world now, basically, to, they have unique Pokemon encounters and stuff like that. It's very cool. And I would take it with other series, other games. Like, imagine if you were playing a mobile, like, football game. And if you went to, like, certain footballing events, you could, like, just scan QR codes while you're there. Or it would notice your GPS and give you rewards in the game based off the players playing in the match you're watching or something. Wouldn't it be sick? I don't know. You must be a fan of something, you can think of an idea. If you're playing a car game and you went to a popular enough racetrack and you've got like literally a car that's been in that's in the race or something. I don't know, it could be a rally racer or something like that. It should be more common. Also, I'm shocked that they don't. I think it would make money. You'd arguably, like, especially if you do digital tickets like Pokemon does. You kind of get people double dipping. Once to watch the show and once for their digital goods. Is there a Bombardier above my head or something? Oh, it's a Mandibuzz. Hello. But maybe I'm asking too much. I guess not every company has access to a world map without having to partner with someone, but yeah. I wonder how games going forwards made on the technology will go. Because Niantic did sell its gaming division to Scopely. So, are they gonna start selling, like, acting as a provider for that sort of experience? Or... because I think they're planning to, like, just sell their tech to companies to allow them to use it for whatever reason. Similar to, like, Azure servers from Microsoft. For hosting, like, cloud storage or whatever. You know, they buy the infrastructure and they provide it and then basically get rent of companies. Damn, Porygon, why you ain't shiny? Oh, there's a shiny one. He is. I spoke too soon. Eat my balls. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, he's glittering. Alright. Watch this quick capture. It's gonna be so sick, dude. One ball is all we need. Check it out. One quick ball. Quick capture. Oh, it actually was. Oh, I'm done. You know, that was twice in a row with the Porygon as well. Double crit catch. That's 2 Porygons. I'm done. I got one in a previous game. Way good. Shiny Porygon is an artificial Pokemon created using advanced scientific means. It can move freely throughout cyberspace. Define cyberspace. I need a lore video. Oh my god. Oh, I'm evolving. Smoliv! You're evolving, Smoliv. My shiny Smoliv. I've never evolved this thing, so we're gonna find out what it turns into. It's a Dolive. You know, last stream, I asked if it was a berry on its head. It's obviously a bloody olive, isn't it? I'm like, my brain. It basks in the sun to its heart's content until its fruit on its head ripen. See, why doesn't it just say olive? Is it an olive? After that, Dolive departs from human settlements and goes on a journey. As I hear a plane fly over my head. Can you hear it? It's pretty noisy. We got our first ever Dolive. Amazing. We'll look around, see if there's another shiny. No. Alright, I'm going to get out of it, guys. Don't spawn another shiny while I'm here. It'll give me depression. Oh. Alright, we're going to go and grab ourselves, I guess, another Smoliv. I guess. Or an Applin. I don't know how many Applins I got. I think I got 1 or 2. I'm going to search for greatness. Greatness cheese directly into my mouth. Greatness cheese. Are you okay? I recommend looking up like this Smosh video. And it's like pipe the cheese directly into my mouth. And it's just like a posh impression. It's fucking hilarious. I love that video. It must be like a year old now. I don't know why I remember it, but it would just make me laugh, dude. Ducklets in there. Wow. That's truly lovely. I'm gonna have to delete you, my friend. You're in the way. Take this, whatever you are. I never fought this thing, so. It's a Gamora, I think it said, but it could be misreading. It's a grass type. What a pain in my ass. Yeah, a Glimora, sorry. Sorry. It's level 35, I'll just low kick it, it'll be fine. Why? It gotta be like that. Alright, we're gonna catch this Glimora. Heed my great balls. Bull. Yeah. Reason what? Okay. I was gonna throw a great ball because I thought it would look nice in a blue ball. I regret it. I instantly regret it. My game crashed. No, it didn't. It froze. It's figuring it out. This game runs like arse. I hope the Switch 2 runs the new Pokemon game in a better quality. I would actually buy a Switch 2 if it did. Run it in a resolution above 280p. Why can't I catch this thing? You're making me slurp. It's toxic, isn't it? This ain't poison. This is toxic. What is this thing's catch rate? It's level 35. Don't make me glare at you. Can't confirm it's actually poison, it ain't toxic. I was just panicking. I'm gonna throw one more. Otherwise I'm gonna use glare on him. I'm switching and using glare. This guy is just tickling me to death. Glare. It won't work. He's a ghost type, ain't he? I forget that you can't look at someone a certain way, otherwise it won't work. God. Why don't I have false swipe? I'm gonna use glare anyway and just believe it works. You know, look, check it out. Oh, it is fine. Wait, is it a ghost type or not? Wait, does ghost resist normal? No. Like, it's immune? I'm so confused. Anyway, I'm gonna throw my balls in his face now. Take this! More balls! Why is this thing so hard to catch? It doesn't make sense. Is this thing like super rare so its catch rate is really high and I just happen to find it? You know, like a Tyranitar in the wild or a Dragonite. There we are. Jesus. Jesus! That was harder than shiny hunting. Glimora's... This game is flickering, dude. Glimora's petals are made of crystallized poison energy. It ain't a ghost type. I thought is the baby a ghost type? It has recently become evident that these petals resemble Terrajewels. Ooh! I guess. I swear Glimit's a ghost. I swear. Just because it's purple, it must be a ghost type. So, Applin as a shiny will be green. What I'm noticing though, is there's 3 Applins on my screen. Oh, they're all over here. Okay. But you guys are so tiny. Especially in this resolution. Gee. Might as well literally hop off my ride on and get as close as I can. I'm not going to be able to see these guys. Genuine struggle. There is actually quite a few of them around. They were all good. How many Applins do I need? I didn't even check. I have 2 shiny Applins. Alright. So we're going to need 1 more for Applin himself once we evolve those ones. And then we're going to need maybe 1 more for the new variant of Applin. Makes sense, right? That makes sense. Stop bullying all the local residents. Is my flamingo dying to poison? Or not. Because I keep seeing the poison effect on him, which is all fair. He isn't getting hurt by it though, is he? You're getting hurt, are you, boo-boo? I don't know, his icon shakes sometimes. Is it based off my steps, like in the old games? Well, no, if he goes red at any point. He's super effective on these silly little apples, so... I thought that was a shiny up there. Like, look at the rock, like over there on the left. But it's just like the top of the apple end. I thought it was shiny. Got me all excited. I can hear the poison effect. It's weird. It's making the sound. It's like whack, 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 whack. They use the same poison sounds forever as well. What even was the original poison sound effect recording? Like, what is it? What instrument? I think you'd find that it's probably some really weird... Like, half the sound effects in games are really... It'd be like a banging of a pan and then someone's screaming and then they'll slow it down and... Oh, there's the shiny. Nice. That was quick as well. What the heck? Dude, we just got the shiny on the last one. You know, Porygon. And we got the apple in shiny as well. What? Another quick ball insta catch. Let's see. Back to back. Go first ball. Dude, it crit captured again. I'm just nailing crit capture after crit capture. It's really weird, actually. Statistically, probably quite unlikely. We need one more shiny apple. Applin lives inside an apple. When the Applin is separated from its apple, its body loses moisture and the Pokemon grows weak. That basically means it dies. Alright, let's grab one more Applin. Let's grab one more. Will we find it nice and quick, though? Ones like this are always nice. You know, you can see the apples from far away. Get a nice big zone. And sometimes when you walk up the hill, the ones like the, you know, Slugma or whatever will despawn. Indirectly allowing you to spawn more Pokemon. So it is nice. But they're already back where I was. You just don't miss any shinies. When you shiny hunt near like a turn, a cave, and you know that the shiny could be through the wall or in a rock and you're just getting really sad thinking about it. Oh. It's an experience. When are they going to release the next Dragon Quest Monsters game? I swear the Dark Prince came out like a year and a half ago. It must be nearly here. It must be. Am I meant to think that these Terra Jewels, like, you go in this black hole and you just go straight down? Is that what I'm expected to believe? Because there sure as hell ain't 4 people in that hole. I'm just saying. In that crystal, there's no way we all fit. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm just saying it's weird. Like that. I'm not looking forward to shiny hunting Sewaddle and Smoliv. Those two are going to be the hard one because their tails are pretty subtle. I'm almost certain I've probably killed a few shiny Sewaddles. Whereas Smoliv, honestly, could have been the same. I think I did like 3 or 4 outbreaks before I looked up how his shiny... What is this guy doing? There you go, you got it. Before looking at how it looks. Just saying. I don't need to see no shiny apple. I don't see it. At least I'm getting a lot of Applin juice. But isn't it interesting that the Applin gives you the juice? Even though the Applin is the creature inside of the apple. So what juice are we getting, you know what I mean? Sewaddle isn't too hard to spot when shiny, as long as you're clear in a clear area. It's harder in the grass. Yeah, that was the problem. One of them, I had it next to like a river, like on a beachy bit with a hill. It was pretty annoying. And then yeah, I've always had them in long grass, and I can't even see them in front of me. Like my my partner, I guess, would constantly be attacking something I couldn't even see. I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, that was the shiny. Yeah, that was probably the shiny as well. They're just murdering stuff. Mwah, mwah. Alright. This outbreak surely is coming to an end any second. Yeah. Yeah, the render distance here is good. Like, I can see an apple in all the way up that hill, like, dang. It's a nice, good space. I didn't see any on the left over there by that rock, so I'm just going to hope they'll despawn. Did you do all the shiny hunting of this event, Flygon? I think I asked you when the event came out if you were going to farm it. Did you end up doing it all? I'll throw myself at these two. 3. Oh my god, there was one hidden around the corner. Yeah. Think of all the shinies I've missed in that corner, dude. Oh my god. Could have happened. I think if we can get the shiny apple in quickly, that would be nice. Because I know I'm going to be committing quite a bit of time to Sewaddle at least. I'd rather the time investment be on Sewaddle, maybe? An apple in. You know, I've already got 3 of them. And again, Flygon, and then actually, I don't know if I asked you, can I turn Applin into the Toffee Apple version? I should Google that. Because otherwise I only need 3. Does it have a unique evolution? Do I need 4? Is the Toffee Apple an evolution? A real question. I asked myself. Here are some Sewaddles. Alright, let's fly a bit. I'm going to look it up, I guess. Applin. Applin. What does it say? Evolution. Oh yeah, Drippelin. Oh my god, and then there's another one. So I actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shinies. After Dragon Cheers lands. Alright. I can't actually see the final evolution, by the way. It's actually, I can just see that there's an arrow therapy, so. Great! I love that. At least it is Applin that turns into Drippelin. And then Hydra something. Alright, yeah, so we need 5 Applins. Jeez, that's a bit of variety right there of one Pokemon. Kind of sick, actually. I do like all the different Applins. They're cool. What a typing it is. Drippelin. Probably Dragon Water, maybe, because it's dripping. It's dripping with something. Maybe it's poison. Dragon Poison. Dripping with poison. Also, we're in the grass again. Love that. And on a hill. We'll be fine. So Sewaddle Shiny is like more green. You will notice it when it spawns. At least I did notice it when I noticed it. Who knows if I killed some? I noticed it though. Almost certain I probably killed a few. Oh, the lag, man, it's awful. So bad. I love 2 FPS, and also, why is the camera so zoomed out? You know, like, I want the speed of Miraidon, but I don't want the camera of Miraidon. The game's like, you will zoom out, damn it. Jeez. Dun -dun -dun -dun. Take this. Take that. Take a bit of this and a bit of that. What's that pink? Oh, it's Starly. Literally, it looks purple, bro. It literally looked like the purple of Ekans. I thought it was pinky purple. Little did I know, it was Starly. None of these Sewaddles are shiny though. Ew. This thing. Also, why is everything purple here? Like, everything has a bit of purple on it. I think it's the lighting of the sun. Terrible lighting, if that is the case. Why is it making my grass type look purple? Like, it's got a hue to it. Hue of it. They definitely do. I'm blaming the sun. The Waddle's head goes a different colour, doesn't it? I think it goes like green. Like a brown. Like a light brown. Are you shiny? Are you shiny? Yeah, the Sewaddle hunt's pain. So it's Sewaddle into Swadloon, isn't it? And then... my brain says Leavanny, but I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. It just looks so similar. You can never tell. I don't even like Swadloon that much. Yeah, look, that is so purple, bro. What the heck? Like, when I first walked up to it, it looked like it was a purple texture bug. Weird. You know, when textures do error in some games, they just default to purple. That's what it looks like. Like, it can't do the reflective, whatever the sunlight rays are doing on their skin. It's just like, oh yes, error. Error that out. Make it all pinky purple. I can't believe how fast we got the Finners in line. The whole clip is just a moment when you want the double shiny Finners in. Just literally turn up, take down like 3 dudes, get a shiny, turn around, get another shiny, off you go. That entire line completed. I'm actually really happy in Pokemon Go they announced Mega Audino. Mega Audino's one like I've always kind of wanted to use in the games too, but it's at least behind the battle tower or whatever it is in X and Y. The battle tree. And I've literally just never used one. I think it's fairy and normal maybe. And it's like, I don't want to use Gardevoir. I don't want to use Gardevoir. I don't want to use Diancie. I think I might use Audino. Part of me is hoping the next Pokemon games like Megas, Pokemon CA, will have like genuinely literally like 50 new Megas and like 50 new Pokemon, since they only seem to like to do 100 batches nowadays, if not less, because it amplifies the gameplay for the new upcoming Pokemon Battle Sim as well. I think all round it's a good idea. People want to see Megas on their favourite Pokemon, the bad ones, to make them good. Like, just look at Flygon, it's such a trash Pokemon. Ugh, who would ever use Flygon? It's disgusting. You know, you could actually get something out of them. So there's so many Pokemon that need it. So it's improving old ones while... yeah. I don't know, comparing to like fans. Fans like that shit. And I do too. I do. And I wouldn't even say I'm that big a fan of Megas. I'm more of a fan of like Dynamax. Dynamax gets so much hate on Pokemon Go, it actually hurts my heart. A little bit. I think on paper it's such a better system, and even in practice, you only need 4 people to do a legendary raid, but you could do it with 3, and you don't need and you only have to train up 3 Pokemon rather than having to train up, like, you know, a decent squad to do legendaries with 3 people. Of course you can do it on your own if you sweat it enough, but the thing is, the Dynamax stuff, once you've got your Pokemon, you can beat any Dynamax raid and continue to get candies for that Pokemon, arguably making it better than a rare candy. Like, it's just a better rare candy system. Not to mention you're getting rare candies for doing it. XLs. I was like, yeah. Rare candies regular, but you definitely get XLs. I think the rare candies are rare though. Definitely guaranteed. Or it could have been an event. But either way, even just getting like XLs guaranteed is nice. You get that from regular raids, but you only get 1 daily raid pass. So you get like 3 Dynamax dens for the most part every day. You could say more gameplay for the same resources, but it's more resources for more gameplays. It's just a win-win, really. Also, it helps like buff out the map. Dynamax has definitely engaged me a lot between stops. I think like maybe a lot of the complaints come from like cities, I guess, where people don't need to walk between stops to get to stops. Dynamaxes usually fill the gaps, which is really nice. Hey, Amber. Yeah, I'd say. Because you can't always get a Pokestop between like 2 different locations in the middle of, like, in a rural area. You just can't. There's like no landmark locations. Not too much. I got a shiny Porygon since I've been live, and I got a shiny Applin. I need 2 more shiny Applins, and then we need to get ourselves 2 more Sewaddles. Ideally, we'll get the Sewaddles first because we're doing them right now. Then after those 2 Sewaddles, we are gonna need to grab shiny Smoliv, and then we're all done. I think for the event. We've already got Charchadet fully farmed up for the living decks. We've got Lapras already done, if you wonder why I'm not doing that one. We've already got someone else, and there is something else in there, I assure you. There is. I haven't actually had a wild shiny still to this day, by the way. Like, when I'm looking around in the background, I'm not seeing a shiny ever. Never seen one. And I've done I've like 35 hours in. I don't have the shiny charm, but it is like, damn. That's probably why I'm getting good luck with the outbreaks though. All my luck's going into the outbreaks themselves, and it does pay off, like the double back-to-back Finizen. I've had a few back-to-back shinies as well, maybe with Applin. You go through these like gaps where you don't get anything, and then you do just whack a few out. And I do find that quite fun. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry, boo-boo. Yeah, I don't see a shiny Sewaddle around, so I think we're good to fast travel to the next location. Yeah, we're good. Okay. When I say fast travel, I mean walk. Oh no, I actually will fast travel. Look at that. Wow. That's saving some time. The Noctowl are cute. Yes, heal me. I've been poisoned for like half an hour. How did we go from... I don't know. The new hotness design of Nurse Joy in the base game to... I can't even remember their name. Is it Team Yell in Sword and Shield? Team Yell Grunt. Oh my god. Yeah, I did like the Nurse Joy like redesign. It's nice. They've done that like 2000s anime Nurse Joy design for ages. Nice to see a change up, and even that is nice, I guess. And then in the other DLC, no one's even there. Do you have any plans for graphic stuff in your stream, like 2D, 3D models, logo, banner overlay? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Look around. I think I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate the hustle. You need moolah. Does that? I am curious. Do you even get many sales nowadays? Does it work? People have been doing it for so many years, and it's so saturated. You honestly can't even go live anymore without someone coming in. I'm curious. I imagine it's like really slow. Like you maybe have to ask like 200 people to get one yes. And then even then you'd probably commit to conversations and then not actually have a sale go through. Must be long. You'd probably be better off. I don't know. I guess it depends. If it's a 3D model, you make a lot of money, but yeah, if it's a 2D graphic design nowadays, people can charge between like 15 and like 70, depending on the graphics you're making and the detail. I'm just thinking like you're probably better off washing cars. Asking your neighbour to wash their car. I've never really seen anyone actually be successful with it. Outside of like these small companies that already have people like under their umbrella. As an independent anyway. It's kind of what you compete with, right? You're having to like compete with all these random brands. They're not even brands though, it's really weird actually how they work. There is definitely a brand, like they'll have a website and that's how like they'll take your payment and then everyone on the board gets some money or however the heck. This one person who reached out described it. It was just weird. It's like they advertise you, but then like you push them into their payment system and then they get to take a cut, but again they can give you work as well. If somebody like goes through the website and just flat out pays, they'll like give you the work. That's interesting. I don't know. It's like the Uber Eats, Uber and Just Eat of digital graphic design. And then obviously to cut costs, they use the same damn templates all the time. And then you can compare all their artwork, and you can see they all have the exact same like similar style, which you may like. But it's definitely not a screaming originality or anything. Dun, 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 dun. Well, yeah, well, it is original. I don't know the right word, but you're definitely not getting a truly unique image, I guess. Come on, Sewaddle. Don't be like that. See, now part of me thinks I've been killing him again. You know, I've gone for an outbreak and a half now, and I'm like, ooh. Sewaddle's already been like my least lucky one. It's like it's harder to get a shiny Sewaddle than everything else. Has anyone in the stream hunted the shiny Sewaddle and other things? Did you find Sewaddle hard to get the shiny off? Because I don't know what it is for mine, but I'm just not getting lucky with Sewaddle. Like, at all. I'm pretty sure he's green. Like, his head goes green. The green or a brown, it's pretty obvious. I'm not like, where? And none of these are shiny either. Don't run from the Lord. What does that mean? You got it? Has anyone seen that South Park meme where like, I think it's a stockbroker or whatever, and they're like, and we'll invest your money, and it's gone. That meme. I had a moment like that today. I gave out tortilla chips, and it was like, okay, and here comes the guacamole, and it's gone. What's gone? The chips, they're gone. They'd already been eaten. This is like, what the heck? How does that happen, dude? Made me laugh. Love that. Love it. Damn, dude. It's actually getting to the point where I really am feeling quite insane. Turn around, despawn them. Anything here? Nothing. Nothing. Oh. Yeah, nothing. I think part of it too is there might actually be one, and I again can't see it because it's green on green. Does make it a bit of a pain to spot. But I mean, if the grass is moving and it ain't yellow, then it's gonna be it. Right? God damn. Even that guy, that is definitely yellow. And now I'm like, I gotta check it. Yeah. I think what they kind of do is a mistake in these Pokemon games, like performance-wise, is they did add so much grass. If it was a better console, I agree with the grass. But the grass also has like physics to everything in it. Once you've got like 15 entities walking around, you know, it's like the game clearly can't handle it. So I think they should have cut back on the grass. Just so it runs better. Also, like, reflections in the water and stuff. They definitely, like, I can see it. I can see the open world vision, but, like, the render distance is poo. The water look like, what even am I looking at down there, man? That smudge of rock. Less grass, more detail overall. It's like, wait, the stuff that's close to you is kind of nice. Like between here and not even that NPC. Like you gotta get closer to get the NPC to like actually load in. And dude, yeah, like you gotta be right here. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a Mia. Ugly. I'm gonna constantly scour this screen. I spot the shiny Sewaddle. Don't see it. We're gonna end up going for another one of these outbreaks, aren't we? Oh, it's gonna be like 9 outbreaks for 3 Sewaddles. Ooh. Rough. Porygon was 3 outbreaks for 2 Porygon. AMG man, how's your day been? Pretty good overall. I'm getting a little bit tired though. Like, or like bored. I don't know the word. I'm just always kind of bored. The only time I'm not bored is when I'm walking around playing video games. I keep saying it, but I would love to stream out and about, but it's not really possible. What I might do on my Discord is set up like an event you guys can go to with me. If you want, maybe if you live in the UK. Again, it might be Orpington for the Pokemon Go Gmax 3 hours or whatever. Maybe I'll like mark the location on there. You can go to it if you like, as well. We can all hang out or something. I mean, that'll be fun. But then if you guys don't play Pokemon Go, it might just be a weird ass 3 hours of like a bunch of nerds and you just don't get it. I don't know. But yeah, it's through like the campfire app. That's why I like the game too. It does like bring you together, to be honest. Dun, 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 dun. Push. Bum 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 bum. Pikachu's over there be looking really red. The guy's going rogue. I didn't even tell him to fight anything and he's going for it. He's getting frustrated. MG man, are you still streaming on the rakes? Are you taking a break yet? You heard about the whole ownership of Pokemon Go sold the entire company? Of course I did. I'm in that circle. Hopefully it doesn't affect the game because I know it's very popular. I think it's going to only be a good thing, to be honest. As long as they, like, they are buying Pokemon Go right now for the price that it's at, seeing the profits that it makes right now. And it's also a game played by adults. and kids though. So I think they probably realize a lot of the income is from parents as well as legit players. So unlike Marvel Rivals, I think not Marvel Rivals, Marvel's, whatever it was, the Marvel's mobile game, they monetized the Monopoly Go, which are, like, I would argue more adult teen. Like, there's gonna be quite obviously kids on this, a game like this. I don't think they could do aggressive gambling or stuff like that in it. Not to mention, they kind of have to work with Nintendo, which kind of stops them being too crazy. Even though they have a slight, I think they own like 5% or 10% of Nintendo, they still can't do crazy moves without like a blessing from them, I imagine. There'll be a little bit in there. A little bit of sway. To prevent anything too stupid. And there's actually been so much drama around them fucking it up, as you've already got that assumption based off everything anyone said, because no one's saying a single positive thing. But ultimately, I don't think they'd be that stupid. So I'd say kids playing the game actively stops them legally. Parents playing the game stops them in sense of like, you'll piss the parents off and everyone will leave. And then Nintendo breathing down their neck. And I'm sure they're breathing down their neck. And then, yeah, lastly, the fact that Niantic was running the actual, like, augmented... What is my bird doing? You know how to attack. Was basically having to do the technology. Like, literally developing the technology. And then also managing the game. Where's my bird? He's broken. I'm gonna switch. My bird is broken. Yeah, Spirit Team work. But now they just have to literally develop the game. They bought the games division, so all they have to do is focus on game development. And Niantic is still going to be handling all the AR stuff, all the map stuff. But you know, that's this completely separate department now, and it's like their pure focus. So really, we should see more content added to Monster Hunter now, Pokemon Go, Bloom, etc. It should be a good thing. But we'll just have to see. I hope that they do the right thing psychologically as well, which is just reward, like, people respond to positive reinforcement and stuff. If you want to make more money, make the paid rewards even more worth it. You don't need to do anything else. There's plenty of things you can offer in paid bundles to drive pain, if that makes sense. Like, people can always use more elite charged GMs in the game. They could always use more rare candies. You could just literally add more rare candies to a bundle and people will be more likely to buy it. You could just add an incubator. Add another incubator here and there. Instead of the one that we get right now, double it. People will be like, wow, that's so much value. People's brains will just buy it because of the value proposition. Add battle passes that you monetize. Like, the game doesn't even have battle passes. They're being tested in India right now. And then you could also do the payment loyalty stuff that some games do. You know, where you pay and then if you buy like £1 worth of stuff, it increases an XP bar, or it gives you VIP. Just provide VIP for paying players. And make them purely... Like, make it so they don't affect PvP, just make it so it just gives you more incubators and stuff, like doubles your rewards, so people are buying to fill up that XP bar. Like, is it manipulative? In a sense, yeah. But is it actually changing anything in the game that isn't already there? Is it adjusting the prices? No. Is it adjusting how you obtain coins? No. Is it adding gambling? No. Because it will be a concrete thing. Is it making so many things, like, is it providing more than what's already in the game to buy? No. because battle passes were in Unova Tour, and that business model's already there. And as for loyalty purchase rewards, it just, again, gives the paying player more rewards. Okay. And it might make people that aren't paying players actually want to pay, maybe, because the rewards will be nice. Similar to like when a gacha game has an anniversary event, and even people that don't pay for those events because they're just so damn good. They're just like, they're just so much fun in a sense. It becomes too fun to pay, if you know what I mean. It just, well, the free-to-play experience is the same as it always has been for the past 8 years. Unless you don't make it worse, and you keep it the same, and you just improve the pay experience, for sure. That's how you'll make your money. You don't need to make free-to-play even worse or whatever. Like, that's backwards. Otherwise, people won't want to play, or the game in general, you know what I mean? It just ruins it. Yeah, that's true. Especially being a mobile game, it's a lot easier adding those bundles, like you said. And the thing is, I would genuinely love it if they rewarded me more for buying stuff. Sometimes I buy a bundle, and I'm like, I want the shiny mythical. But it's just the shiny mythical for a $5, and the other stuff in it are so bad. I'm like, honestly, if Scopely wanted to make more sales, because there must be other people that feel it, like buying mythical Pokemon in a research. Yeah, I like having the quest to do, but I don't like that it's only giving me a star piece and a lucky egg. Like, ugh. Give me like 5 raid passes or something for £5. Literally, why not? It's a flat money purchase as well. Like, that's what companies like the most. And they already do this system where if you buy the thing in the app, you get less rewards than if you buy it through their website, because it skips the Google Play Store and Apple Store fees. And they'll give you like bonus rewards for buying through the website. They could also enhance those rewards even more to make it a little bit more worth it. Like, sometimes they'll just give you 1 premium pass, but again, increase it, you get more sales for sure. Because sometimes I'm like, if it was a bit better. Sure. I mean, just look at the COD fans. Those guys spend like £200 to £300 on average with microtransactions, and those are just skins and blueprints. And the blueprints can be earned. So free-to-play players don't arguably feel that inclined because they're happy to grind anyway. You know what I mean? And in a sense, Niantic does have that, like, Niantic Labs has that monopoly. It's not a monopoly at all. But they're the only ones that bother with that tech in the mobile industry. You got Google Maps and stuff, and it's based off the Google Maps infrastructure, I believe, but no company's bothered to invest in that space, and they don't get to profit because of it. You know, when Niantic actually released Pokemon Go, it's their first augmented reality game, and it was very innovative. So we still haven't even seen any games like it since. Still haven't. We even got, I think Dragon Quest Walk is a Niantic Labs game, but if it's not, then Dragon Quest Walk might be the exception. That might be the exception. And that's Japanese exclusive. So Pokemon Go adds more bundles, it will be fine. I think they could, again, enhance bundles. Yeah, or just, again, add more bundles, yeah. Better value bundles. Instead of saving 60% in value, make me save 80% in value. More people will buy your bundles. And the thing is, you could say whales will whale less. But have you seen the whales in Go? They go to a real-life Paris event. They'll go to a real-life New York event. They'll go to a real-life Los Angeles event. And they will spend... Literally, they will spend like 14 hours of the day awake doing raids. Straight raids of 14 hours. There's a raider every 5 minutes. Every raid pass being £1. Literally, they're spending thousands. Adding a bundle that you could even, again, say on those days, not add a bundle, but just in general. Adding bundles, I don't think is going to affect their spending much. They're already there, spending thousands. I think it would be good for getting the people that don't spend money on timed researchers and stuff actually buying. Because again, I think people want to, but they always just think the value falls short. Like right now, they do this thing where like Nicket's available right now, a Pokemon that looks like a dog. It has no PvP value, and it has no PvE value. It's literally just a Dex entry, and they have a £2 bundle with its release, just so you can get more encounters with it that could be shiny. And it's like, or at least I believe they can be shiny, if not it's for a good one. And it's just like, yeah, no. The only people buying this are your whales. If there were items that went with it that were actually more valuable, they might buy it for the items, and honestly, the Nicket itself is just a bonus. But that's just monetization in a nutshell. You know, like, COD does this thing where you can buy a bundle of skins, and then there's a battle pass inside the bundle. That's really good. Unfortunately, they have a paid track inside that paid bundle. But that fundamentally is very good. You get more gameplay rewards plus the skin. You know? The gameplay reward is shit in Pokemon Go, so the additional thing needs to be good. If they start offering battle passes with it that just give you more rewards, people have to grind it out. Sure. Go for it. People like that. You know. But, hey. Like, battle passes and things aren't inherently bad. It's how you manage it. How they manage it. Yeah, it's fundamental of it is good. So, gotta not get greedy as COD does. Yeah, exactly. Like, that will genuinely piss people off. If you do a paid £2 bundle, but then inside that £2 bundle, you then have to pay for the premium pass inside the bundle. Then for the premium pass, you make it so grindy, so you low-key are going to have to spend your in-game premium currency to skip tiers to reach the end because you've made it a 5-day limit. But then in that 5-day limit, you've got to catch 400 Pokemon, and you live in a rural area, so you don't have any Pokestops to get that many balls in that amount of time. Like, you could see how they could do a fucking shit-ass job. Yeah. But I think they'd have to be really stupid. You'd have to be so dumb. You must be, like, asking people to leave. But with that all being said, let's say we live in a world where that happens. Does it really affect someone who plays for free? Will it piss people off? Because if you're paying, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see the future. But I mean, like, it'll definitely piss people off. But what I'm saying is, like, if they monetize it in any way, is that the way? I think adding maybe battle passes that have no premium track is a good idea. I think it'll be a step too far if they add a premium track to those paywalled battle passes anyway. If that makes sense. That'll be wrong. I can't believe Conquer does that. There's like a fine line, and they really do have to find that line. I think the way Marvel Rival does it is fine, because the battle passes don't expire and they offer some badass new skins. And the thing is, Pokemon Go doesn't have expiring researches. I think they would benefit from a never expiring battle pass as well if they add it to bundles. That would be great. And then they can make them as grindy as they want, and I think that's actually a good thing. Something that makes Pokemon Go stale is when you run out of quests and you're just playing for the weekly events and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday spotlight hours. Because they'll have an event every weekend. They do. Every weekend there's something going on Pokemon Go. Always something new. But then it's like, if you got no quests to do, what do you do Monday through Friday if you don't care about the raids or the spotlight hours? You're just like looking at the wild spawns and you're like, eh. You're looking at the eggs and they don't change that often. You're like, eh. Yeah. What is this thing? Oh, it's a Houndour, bro. Dude, the Houndour back there looked really weird. Yeah, the never expiring battle passes are worth it because you can progress at your own pace. And if they want to be super toxic about it, they could do what not Call of Duty, Halo I think it is does, where you can only equip one pass at a time. Ugh, that's the cringe. I hate that. But you know, if they want people playing, I feel like that is a fine way of doing it, and I don't think people will be that hurt about that. What does again annoy people is surprise fees. Buy this item, buy this Nickit bundle, and you'll get a battle pass. Wow, you get the battle pass. Oh, we didn't mention there's a premium track. Like, yeah, that genuinely, like, people don't Google shit. You can all, we do as players because we're nerds, to be honest. But like 99% of mothers, kids, etc., buying stuff for their kids aren't gonna look at that. They're just not. That's when it becomes toxic. That's when people get like, nah, this shit, you know. It's insulting. I should turn my light on, shouldn't I? Am I that dark or is it fine? I don't know. It looks fine to me on the camera, but maybe. Yeah. Porygon Go is a lot of fun though, especially if you're just walking about anyway. It just enhances walking. Nice. And if you don't like Pokemon, play Monster Hunter now. And if you don't like Monster Hunter now and you're in Japan, play Pokemon Dragon Quest. Play Dragon Quest Walk. If you don't like that, play the Pikmin Bloom game. And if you don't like that, play the other Niantic game which they made. Do you think Halo will be revived with going to PlayStation? Nah. No. The game has no legs. There's, like, I don't know who thinks Forge is a good substitute to gameplay being added or something. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, nothing comes out on Halo that even hits the news cycle in gaming. Ever. It's just more Halo every time, and that's fine. But in the current market, where you've got, like, think of how many people are actually making things in Fortnite. You can literally make Halo in Fortnite. The Halo in Fortnite probably performs better than Halo because they update too slow. And then people aren't going to want to use Forge and make modes in that game because it's deader than Fortnite, and you could get more people playing your first-person shooter in the Fortnite, game creator than you would if you did it in a Halo. It's a simple numbers thing. You might prefer Halo, but it hasn't got the literal legs to make that system work. And then their seasonal system's fine if you like the gameplay and all. But you know what? Microtransactions don't bring people to your game, do they? So, people will play it on PlayStation for a month, realize they need to pay to get the good stuff, and then their grind will end and they'll not want to play. When you get Call of Duty, right, you have months worth of skins to grind first, and you could pay. Halo doesn't have months worth of skins to grind, really. It does, but they're not as good as the gun camos and stuff, and customizations, attachments, etc. You know, it just doesn't, it's not even comparable. That's why COD, by default, has at least, like, 1 month's life on it. No matter, you could go buy Black Ops 4 right now, and you'd have a month worth of skins to grind. Out the box, you just would. You could go buy any of the new Modern Warfares, you'd have skins to grind. You do have skins to grind. Free Battle Pass rows are boring. You might have something at tier 100 that's cool, but no one's to get into just tier 100 for the goodies. Or tier 50. Like, it's not happening. It's boring. Back in the day, Halo Reach had a new skin every single level up to like level 1000. Or whatever it was. Plus challenges that gave you skins. Like, there was so many skins, dude. There was so many cosmetic rewards. For Honor is basically giving you in-game currency still every single game. And after doing like 5 to 10 dailies, you can buy yourself a literal animation. You're not doing that on Halo. So no, it's gonna flop. As always, because it's fundamentally rotted to its core, mate. And not in gameplay, but in actual, like, progression. There's nothing. The number goes up on your level card. Yay. You're stuck in also daily quests are boring. I'm sorry, but they fucking are. No one hops on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to do the daily quests and find it fun. You boot it up and you are literally saying to yourself, please don't be a shit one today. You are begging. And you fucking know it. You hate it. It's never a good system. It's never a truly fun system. So rarely do daily quest systems actually nail it because they're general enough. It literally needs to, as a daily quest, be 5 kills. Get 5 kills. Reach top 25 literally in Warzone. Like something so fucking easy. And then, you know, some other trivial thing. But that's okay because it's a daily and it's meant to help get you on the game playing at least 2 games. 1 game. Then you can hop off if you're busy. That's how daily should be. They shouldn't be a time commitment. But yeah, some games make it a chore, man. Get a double kill with C4. Whenever you see some shitty quest like that, you're like, ugh, no. Ugh. I think they dropped the ball not releasing Battle Royale with Infinite. Because they had the perfect layout for it already. Yeah, they had this big open world from the single player. They had the tech for the render distance already made up or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's stable enough. Yeah, I didn't last long with Halo. Only like a month or 2. And COD I quite... And COD I quit because too many wall hackers and perfect shooting hackers. Yeah, see, like, that's the gameplay fucking you over there. Progression was never an issue. COD's got a hacking problem. And then, yeah, you know. Whereas Halo has, like, a progression issue and arguably a gameplay issue. It's very much still an arena shooter. Which in itself can be a bit boring. Because, like me and other people that have been playing games for 20 years, guess what? You can go play Quake 1 and 2 and you're getting a similar-ish experience to a Halo shooter in the sense of small corridors, you walk out and you go pew pew pew. There's nothing deep actually going there. They tried to do a lot with the physics engine, didn't they? That's what Infinite was built on. All this physics-based interactions. Grapple hook, a melee weapon to you, then smack someone who's approaching you in the moment. Guess what though? With literally no aim assist on the grapple and having to do pinpoint precision while these objects can be moved through the air with frags, etc. You have this experience where you just never ever do that because on controller at least, you can't flick. And you don't want to up your sense sometimes because you don't ADS in Halo that much, so you're kind of having to hip fire everything even from far away. With a DMR or whatever. You know, it's like, oh. It's so like, it's weird. Like, if you look roughly in the area of something and you grapple as well, like, I don't know. They had that thing with the shockwave where you could look straight down to propel yourself upwards, or you could propel an enemy by looking at them, or you could propel a grenade, stuff like that. But guess what? No one is ever looking down to launch themselves upwards to get to a ledge above their head, unless there's no enemies around. Because guess what? You're in a gunfight, you've gone pew 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 at someone, you don't have time to look down, propel yourself upwards, throw themselves off with your momentum, and then hit them in the head with a headshot. Because guess what? You'll look down and you'll be dead. Like, you'll literally just be dead. Unless you're on keyboard and mouse. The gameplay sales, like, pitch doesn't really work for most players. Especially since they're also not sweating it. Yeah, we'll be interested to see what they can do with Unreal Engine 5 now that they're moving to that officially. I think we're going to see a lot faster development. With the exact same gameplay and no innovation, I'll be very disappointed. I think they should keep, like, the gameplay the same, maybe. but they need to actually do what they did like with Warzone. No one says Halo 5 is bad because of Warzone. People say Halo 5 is bad because of the pack system, which arguably, looking back, is better than what we got in Infinite. The pack system, and then the pack system making you overpowered in Warzone. The Warzone was literally Battle Royale, soft Battle Royale. It was 32 v 32, and it was across a massive map with NPCs, with boss battles in there, which would give you massive point gains. And it was just like, what did you get in Infinite? You got big team battling it, which were just across like open fields, and I don't know, they're just really mid maps. Like you can feel the corridor design in them, can't you? You can just feel it, you can see it, you see the corridors, and you're like, yeah, you know, the designers, they're going, this is the 3-lane structure, and then they always have a pinch point between the 3 lanes. Like, really good game design there, guys. Really organic. Like, the importance of a map having these core design philosophies, sure, but then not feeling it when you're playing it is important. It's why I'm more interested in playing Battlefield than I am these other games. Call of Duty has started to play about with destructible walls, but it's still a really shit system, because guess what? After 1 day of release, everyone shoots the exact same walls out to jump through and stuff. Like, people already know where the rules are. There's no randomness. It's not like Left 4 Dead where it generates the map in a way every time where you don't know where the hidden walls are, and but also, like, you know, maybe like 5 different presets which actually change how the game flows and make a choke point completely different, etc. You know, I don't know. It's just pretty shallow. Well, Battlefield, yeah. I don't know. Destructible walls, a bit more interesting to me. A lot more can happen in that game. Literally, you could be standing in a building, holding it the best you can. Literally, somebody RPGs your right wall, and there goes your whole wall. And you're like, oh shit. Oh no. I'm on top of a skyscraper sniping, and then all of a sudden they've blown out the bottom floor and the skyscraper's falling with you in it. You go, fuck. I'm a fallen. That sort of experience happens organically by players. You could say they do the same thing every time, but that's just not how it plays out, because sometimes you got people defending like the base of a skyscraper or something. Like, it's all part of the flow, like with team pubs and stuff. So you can just watch them from above or whatever and snipe them. I not every played that game mode. I not ever played that game mode. It was in Halo 5. It was fun. It was my favourite mode by far. And I didn't even pay for power. Yeah, you'd find someone with a legendary, like, energy sword, and they'd be invisible and they would be cracked. But you know what? It was exciting because it'd make them like a boss, literally. They're having fun. You're having fun having like 3 teammates trying to sticky him or something. It was exciting in a sense that it was stressful, but also like exhilarating. I think it was fun. And if you was lucky enough to get that out of a pack, then you're also having fun too. But yeah, anything better than just standard multiplayer modes. Big team battle is so standard. Free fall is so standard. I don't even think they had a search and destroy thing, did they? They have capture the flag, but I don't even think they had an equivalent for it. Which in itself just makes your eyes roll. Because it's like, if I go onto Call of Duty, I almost always play search and destroy. I think that's all I played in Black Ops 6. I played like 2 games of hardcore search and destroy. And guess what? I had fun. But after 2 games, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Or it's hardcore free-for-all, then search and destroy. So yeah, but guess what? I've enjoyed search and destroy since World at War. That's still the same shit. There's still no real innovation on a game mode that requires you to use your brain with hardcore turned on. People don't like hardcore because if they get caught out in the open, they can't do anything about it. Because their position is arse. Etc, etc. Also, it kind of neuters the whole, like, attachment system because everyone's one-shotting everybody. Which I do like. Just go boop boop, dead. Because I win. Oh well. I think that's all the Applins. Guys, I think we've shiny hunted all the Applins. So we've done all the Applins. We've done all the Porygons. And we did get the Porygons. We got all our Porygons. We don't need to do that last one. And now we just need to do some Smoliv. Smoliv, where you at? There he is. And we just need to shiny hunt Smoliv. There's also Battlefield that is trying to reinvent itself with Vince Zampella, who helped make Apex Legends as popular as it has been. Like, you know, Apex Legends, you know how it comes back instantly? And everyone knows it. I don't even need to say it and you know it. And then when I say it, you'll be like, yeah, that is it. You ready? How did they make Apex Legends really popular again? They add Titans. Wow. Everyone's interested again. A new way to play, a new shift in the meta, a new way to move, a new boss style mechanic where you feel like a boss. Or even a brief moment where even your ma could get a kill, but also has its own risks, where as soon as your Titan gets destroyed, everyone knows exactly where you are, mate. And it's also baked into the lore. You start doing stuff with the lore again to your Titans. Maybe start hyping up Titanfall 3 and cross over it into Apex, etc. Like, it's so easy. It honestly is so easy. How you make shit exciting. And yeah, the new Battlefields, all they have to do is say, we're going back to a purely physics-based game. Everything will be destroyable. Nothing, no caveats. Boom, you instantly win. It's that simple. That's all people want. Battlefield, where everything's truly destructible. The map's truly got enough elements to last a like 40-minute game with genuine capture points and stuff. And like, yeah, people will be all in on that shit. We haven't had a Battlefield like that since Battlefield Hardline. And Battlefield Hardline was a baked out version, and the real previous one was Battlefield 4. Even Battlefield 1 was good, but it definitely started to go more towards like open areas and stuff like that. And its big scenes were a little bit more rigid. I won't hate it at all, to be honest, given that I've been wanting Titanfall 3 for almost 10 years. Yeah, we're not making Titanfall 3, add it to Apex. Add a mini campaign, 2-hour campaign to Apex Legends. The player count for Titanfall 3 and Apex Legends would be ridiculous. And it only needs to be a short campaign that then ties in to like the mechs dropping into Apex Legends itself. You know, like maybe the campaign is literally going to like one of the arenas, like a new map. Maybe it's so Titans spawn on one map, tie it into some lore. You know, like maybe at the beginning of every lobby you see like literally the crew that you'll play from that Titanfall 3 campaign smash through like one of these Apex arenas where the map is set. And that's why there's Titans lying around. Like, there's so many things they could do that would be sick. And I don't think it'd require that much budget either. And then that 2-minute campaign, and also a 2-hour campaign can be a permanent feature to get people into Apex, get them used to the controls, etc. An extended tutorial while also being fun. I don't know, man. A 2-hour campaign is not much to ask for. Come on, Smoliv. Be shiny, brother. Apex is just another game, just like it's like exactly like Halo. It is far too stale. you can shift the meta as much as you want, and you can say that you're changing the gameplay, but ultimately you're running, you're sliding, you're going in a room, you're looting it, you're getting to the end game, and you're kind of just choosing when to ult, and then you ult. And if you're winning after the ult, great, and if not, you're probably not getting another one, and then someone's ulting you and you're dead. If the team comp's so competitive. Unless, of course, you're being fucked over by their skills instead. Smoliv. Even Fortnite's done a good job at changing how every like ending rotation changes, if that makes sense. They actively remove key movement, add new movement, add new ways to affect the movement. All the time. Every single season is like a complete shift in gunplay and movement play. You almost can't go 2 seasons. Like, the only constant thing is the chugs and shockwaves, and even shockwaves are going for the most part. Then if it isn't a shockwave, it'll be a katana. If it isn't a katana, it'll be a grapple gun. And if it isn't a grapple gun, it's a car. And if it isn't a car, it's a plane. And if it isn't a plane, it's literally an animal. And if it isn't an animal, etc, etc. It's rails that you grind on. And then after a patch, you'll suddenly have new movement options. And after a few more patches, you'll be able to zip around the map in toilets. Like, I don't know. Basically, it's always shifting, and it sounds weird when you say it out loud, but that is literally it. Apex is like open bin. When you land, if someone's next to you, whoever gets the gun wins. Unless they're ratty and they're playing someone like Wraith who can actually get out. And they learn how to B-hop. Oh no, you lose by default because they're B-hopping around you. Etc. I don't know, dude. Yeah. No. Ugh. You know what, guys? I think we're nearly done with the shiny honey. I think we're nearly done. Look how dark it is since I started shooting. So much dark. I'm going to see one more shiny before I wrap up. I don't think I'd... Do I trust EA to release a Titanfall 3? To the point I'd pre-order it, that is. Ooh, I don't know. A terrifying proposition. I would like to, though. Like, I wish I could. Come on, Smoliv Olive. Olive's level 54 now. But yeah, I think I'm ready for some dinner, guys. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to go eat food. Ready for work tomorrow. Ugh. Right now, I wouldn't trust them, but if they release Battlefield in a good state, then I'll trust them again, for real. Honestly, that would be that is... Reason being, that is a game that is made by, like, I think it's like 10 different studios. That's ridiculous. And if it can come out in a polished, non-buggy state and be absolutely epic, you know that the overall company's, like, game pipeline is better than it was when Battlefield 5 released. And Battlefield 2042. You know, you won't have these, like... Yeah, you just know. Because all these games have released with issues. If the new one releases, introduces back real physics, no issues with bugs, runs well on PC, just set. Because the last thing they released, which wasn't a buggy mess, I couldn't even tell you, even FIFA is still a mess, which isn't EA Sports. EA Sports is still a mess. I don't know, what else did they do nowadays? What else did they make? I'm blanking on EA's development and games. Only because I see all of their games, I'm like, oh no, no, oh no. Dun dun. Dun dun. Wow. Smack. Smack. I'm actually trying to think about what they actually make. Truly. They make FIFA. They make Battlefield. They did have Anthem, it died. They did have Dragon Age, it's dead. They... I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing now. Alright guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think there's like one more Smoliv, two more Smolivs. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. We farmed Charchadet. We got 2 shinies today. I'm happy about that, honestly. Yeah, we got like 1 Smoliv encounter, 2. That's it. I need to go and eat some food though. I'm a hungry boy. We fully farmed the map. Next stream, it will be... Oh, it's so dark, isn't it? It'll be Sewaddle. It'll be... Smoliv. I'm not going to enter the internet on the game, so I should keep the event. Unless I don't, and I'll cry. But yes, okay. All of you, have fun. Yeah, that game was dead on arrival, and the bad reviews leading up to it. Yeah, honestly, it was cringe. Anyway, MG Band, thank you for watching. And everybody else on all the other platforms, I'm continuing to enjoy shiny hunting. Now saving, fantastic. I will see you all when I next see you. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.